This is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Jens from Corroded.
I want to congratulate you on the new album, Defcon Zero. It's been 5 years since your last release. How much of a progression would you say this album is compared to State of Disgrace?
Yeah, it's hard for us to say. I mean, we've been living this album for, as you say, it's been 5 years since the last release of State of Disgrace. So it's, yeah, of course it's been, there is some sort of difference. I mean, we did this one, it's more of a live album. It's kind of grittier than the last one, I think. It's harder, perhaps.
And release day is nearly here. Are you feeling impatient, anxious, or excited?
Mostly excited. I mean, we've been doing this for man. We've been waiting for this album to be released for. I think we've been done with the album for at least a couple of years, and so it's due to be released. Actually,
yeah,
it just feels like time.
Yeah, I was reading that you've played quite a lot of the songs live already and everything, haven't you? Like you say.
Yep.
Can you tell me which would be your favourite track from the album today and why?
Oh man, that's really hard. But I think right now today, I think it's a song called "Retract and Disconnect." Yeah, because it's kind of groovy, sort of groove that I really like in a song.
Is there a specific meaning behind the title, Defcon Zero?
I think if you, it's sort of it's not a word pun per se, but it's, I mean, you know, Defcon 1, it's sort of the highest on the scale for, then it's all-out nuclear war. Mm-hmm. And Defcon 0 is beyond that. It's beyond nuclear. It's gone, everything is sort of a huge meltdown.
Which two tracks on the new album would you play to me to introduce me to your band if I was a Corroded virgin?
I guess I would play just sort of Retract and Disconnect, because it's sort of got some resemblance of the old stuff. And then I would play, I guess, Fall of a Nation.
Guys be having a release party?
Yeah, we're looking into it right now, but it's kind of hard to find the time. That's the only issue. I mean, we're sort of booked. If we're not out playing, we got families and stuff that sort of needs to take care of as well. So that's. But we're trying to find the time to have a release party. I mean, this is absolutely a record that we're really proud of. That yeah. We will try at least.
Brilliant. So what are the plans, tour and festival-wise, for 2017?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, since the release it was meant to be earlier, actually. But stuff, you know, shit happens. And the guys that are planning the tour are working hard as it is. But, I mean, we're kind of booked for the summer as it is. A lot of festivals in Sweden and different shows. But we're looking to try to tour in Europe in this autumn.
Would that hopefully include the UK, do you think?
Yep, we're looking into that as well. It's been way too long since we played in the UK. It's about time.
Can you tell me, what can we expect from a Corroded live show?
A friend of ours or a guy in another band here in Sweden, I think he sort of he said that a lot of guys are, you know, having tanks and guns on stage and fucking cannons and shit. You guys don't need that. You are the tank. You're like a tank on stage. I think it's sort of like getting run over by a slow-moving tank.
That's a great description. What do you feel has been the band's biggest accomplishment so far?
Yeah, that's. I mean, we did the Time and Again. That was really fun, having the song on the Survivor show here in Sweden, and that was fun. And we did Age of Rage. I think Age of Rage is the biggest accomplishment so far. That was the song for Battlefield Play for Free. So that was kind of a dream for me. I like video games, so that was really fun to write a song for a video game.
So they actually approached you to write the song. I thought they just like picked the song up and added it to the video game. You actually wrote the song for it.
No. They asked us to write a song for the game. So that was really cool. I mean, I think I did 100 versions of the song and just sent them one by one, and they said, no, this is not what we're after. And then I just said, yeah, I was talking to the producer at the time that we worked with and said, yeah, fuck it, let's just try to do a Corroded song and see what they say. Then they said, yeah, this is exactly what we're looking for. So yeah.
Awesome.
It's better to do what you're good at than sort of try to do something that you can't do.
Who would you most like to perform live with if you were given the chance?
That's another really good question. There's a lot of bands that I would like to perform with. I mean, it would be really cool to play with Slipknot. I really like those guys. But AC/DC 10 years ago, could that be the answer?
Yeah.
Not today, but I think Testament would be cool as well. Slipknot, Metallica, yeah, Judas Priest would be nice. Airborne again would be really nice. I mean, we had a really good time last time we we played together.
Awesome.
So that would be really cool.
Can you remember the first time you played in front of a live audience and how it felt to have people actually listen to you?
Yeah, I can remember it, but I can't. I've seen it on video, but I sort of, it's just completely black. So I had sort of a blackout. And that was way back. I think that was 1984 or 85, I guess, with my band at the time, and we played. That was, for us, it was a huge venue. I think it was sort of at least 300 people in the crowd, and I can't remember a thing. Everything's black. It's pitch black. But I've seen it on video. It sounded like crap, absolutely. But it was kind of fun to watch.
If you were trapped on a desert island for a year, what 5 items would you take with you?
An airplane, and then I would be set. Then I have to be trapped on a desert island for 5 years. Now, but if I need something for 5 years, I would take a guitar, absolutely. Food for 5 years?
No, it's 5 items would you take with you if you're trapped on a desert island for a year?
Yeah, 5 items. Yeah, then it would be food for a year. But I think food for 5 years, I would like to indulge myself. So food for 5 years, absolutely, and drinks for 5 years. A guitar, and I need to be alone on the island as well, right?
Yeah.
A computer and my phone, because after a year I would sort of, I wouldn't like to be there anymore, so I would call someone to get me.
If I was totally new to heavy metal, which 2 albums would you give to me to introduce me to the scene?
Are we talking about, does it need to be sort of especially heavy metal?
Well, heavy metal rock.
Otherwise, I think I would give Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, and then I would give, it's hard, I mean, yeah, I would still like to give Ride the Lightning, Metallica, even though it's more thrash metal, but it's got some of the old school stuff to it as well.
Do you manage to keep up with the latest albums, and what was the last album you listened to?
It's kind of hard, especially when, I mean, we're back in the writing process as well, so we're writing stuff for the new album right now, but the latest album I listened to, I mean, it's always like you sort of follow the bands that you really like, so it's hard to find something that's really new. I think Bombus was one of the I mean, that's really old school, but it's good as well. The Bombus guys, they are, the latest album they released was Repeat Until Death, I think the album is called. Really good, sort of, it's got kind of a Mastodon feel to it. Otherwise, I think right now I'm sort of back in a kind of a old school, but I've been listening a lot to Testament and kind of Metallica stuff, and oddly enough, in the midst of this, Biffy Clyro. So yeah, it's kind of mostly old school thrash metal.
Okay.
Some a bit of death metal as well, but looking forward to some new stuff from Entombed AD. New Meshuggah was good, but yeah, as you may see, it's old bands.
Yeah.
That I'm sort of still turned on by. So it's but right now, as we are in the writing process for the next album, it's sort of you try to write as much stuff as you possibly can without trying to sound like something else. So therefore, it's not something that at least I do. I'm not trying to find new bands right now. Mostly listening to a lot of good guitarists that are sort of solo guitarists, just to try to find a different approach.
Can you tell me why we should buy Defcon Zero?
because otherwise you have made a complete fool out of yourself. Everyone needs to have this album. It's a really good fucking metal album. That's it. I think you need it.
Brilliant. Can you give me 4 words? Sorry. Can you give me 4 words to describe Corroded?
What? Sorry, come again.
4 words to describe Corroded.
Yeah, hard rock, metal. It's hard rock and pure metal. You could say this is what we do, but it's too many words.
Small intimate gig or festival?
Oh, man. Right now, festival.
Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
IKEA or beer?
Beer.
Sauna or beer?
Sauna with a beer.
ABBA or meatballs?
Meatballs.
Yay, totally. Do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see you all the next time we are sort of touring in the UK or whatever. So if you're in Sweden, look us up, come see a show, say hi, let's have a beer and have a good time. Hi, this is Jens from Corroded. You're listening to Metal Gods Meltdown.
We are the ones who's watching everything from high up above. We are the ones who's idle, standing by and watch things burn. Watching everything from high up above. We are the ones who's idle, standing by.